Now that you've cooked all the fancy meals, you've watched all the series that were there on your list, you've actually spoken to long lost friends, and the lockdown still doesn't seem to be ending, what is it that you really should do? Today I'm here to discuss 9 lockdown projects that are going to give you permanent benefits. Project number 1, start maintaining a video, audio or written journal. There is so much in your brain that wants to pop out but is being constantly suppressed because of denial and a few lazy habits. If you are comfortable with writing, start maintaining a journal. Not the regular one where you write about your day, but the actual one where you really invest time in trying to find out what is it that you really believe in. Even if you don't identify yourself as a writer, you can start recording video journals. You can choose to upload them or simply keep them with you. And even if you're not camera friendly, you can simply go and start your own podcast or your own audio diary. There are so many great apps out there that can actually help you do all these 3 things, and you can even try switching from one project to another. Setting up a podcast today is very easy, and there are so many apps and softwares out there. You can even ask your friends to join in, and you can simply goof around or talk about certain issues that bother you, or you can simply make it funny. And if you feel you've created something that is worthy, you can definitely go and upload it. The only thing you need to remember while doing this is that you are doing this for you, and you should not focus on the result that it is creating. The very act should be your prime focus, as it is not easy to put yourself out there. But trying itself is a really big deal. This brings me to the second project. Start writing the pilot episode of the web series that you're going to direct in future, or start writing the first page of your future novel. I truly believe that everyone has a story to tell, and you should start scripting yours today. I know there are chances that you might trash it completely, or that in future your friends will find it and make it go viral, but still, it is better to suck at this right now than in future when you have a producer or a publisher running behind you. This is the time to make mistakes and experiment. The basic point is start writing whatever. Now, I know the third project is something you must have heard from someone here and there, but I really want you to give it a very serious thought this time, and that is enroll yourself for a free course on a website like Coursera or the like. You are literally hanging like a pendulum between 2 grades of your school or your college, and this is a golden opportunity where you can actually invest your time to learn something besides your regular curriculum. No matter what you are interested in, I can promise you that there are free courses out there that are going to give you certification proofs. So find what interests you and enroll yourself today. For example, while I am making YouTube videos that no one cares for, I have one friend who just finished a free course on management skills, and another actor who's stranded and is not able to do theatre, and she is using her time to learn playwriting. When I'll tell you the next project, you'd wonder that ma'am hame mali bana dengi, but I am very serious when I say that learn all you can about gardening and plants. I know you will not become a botanist sitting at home, but start small and start learning the names of the plants that you have around you, about the care that they need and the weather conditions that are suitable for them. I have a friend, Kush Sethi, who is actually a professional urban landscaper, and he takes people to garden to table foraging walks. The only reason he's so successful and has been able to master his skills besides his expensive degree is because of the fact that he has spent more time with plants than humans. Trust me, this put him at risk of becoming socially awkward, but the result of it is that we are all so proud of his very unconventional profession. Today, it is imperative to learn the use of plants even for professions like modern interiors and set designing. And if you start today, then who knows how this information is going to help you in future. For inspiration, you can actually follow my friend on Instagram, and he has very nicely and graciously consented to answer any queries that you have related to plants. So you can follow his page and contact him there. Project number 5 is something that I know you're already doing, but I really want you to invest some time and take this one step forward, and that is learn to handle professional softwares. And yes, by this I do not mean learn how to hack into your teacher's Zoom account. What I'm trying to say is there are so many professional softwares out there that are related to various industries, and that can be learned through YouTube videos or through online sources in a jiffy. You can actually learn how to edit films, you can start learning how to use Adobe Photoshop, you can learn animation. To all the aspiring animators, graphic designers and other artists, I have a great YouTube channel recommendation for you. Feel free to follow Claybrush Productions on YouTube that has been coming up with some great stuff and ideas. If you are a musician, you can even start making your own music tracks on Sony Acid Pro or even GarageBand. No matter what skill interests you, I can guarantee that there is a professional software out there that you can master that can actually add to your professional qualification. And today learning anything is very easy. The next project might sound a little absurd, but I want you to have some faith. And that is start writing reviews for websites, products and things that you've already used and mention them online. You might think what would be the benefit of doing all this, but trust me, the day you'll get a job, you'll realize that for getting a job you need an IQ, but for holding it and becoming successful in it, you need an EQ, which is an emotional quotient. There are so many people who have great skills and potential, but the only reason they're not able to become good managers and effective bosses is because they do not know how to give proper feedback. In stressful situations, such people start yelling or using harsh words that can actually be taken in the complete opposite way, and the only reason they go through all this stress is because they never learned how to master the art of constructive criticism. If you learn this skill today, trust me, you can avoid potential lawsuits as a manager or as a boss in future, as no matter what the job is, all jobs rely on human communication and relationships, and learning how to give a sandwich feedback, which is good feedback and negative in the middle and then again good feedback, and learning to do it properly is something that is going to go a long way, as this is the need for every managerial role of the 21st century. The 7th point I'm going to mention is not just a project, but it is also something that is going to add a little meaning to your life. And that is register yourself as a life coach or an online counselor or even as an online tutor. There are so many helpline numbers that require volunteers for, say, talking to old people who are lonely, helping people who are disabled with certain services and explaining things to them, or even volunteering to teach students of government schools or other schools that might need help. If you enroll yourself for this, not only would you have a compulsion on you to get up and do your job every day or whatever is the designated time, but also this is going to give you a sense of purpose in this very dark time. And even if you want to do it in a selfish way, you have to remember that this can be a great addition to your resume under the work experience category. The next project that I have for you is something that you can't run away from no matter what, and that is creating a detailed LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn hosts more than 600 million professional profiles, which for you means an unlimited supply of network connections and job opportunities. You might think that you're just a student and you don't have any work experience, so it doesn't make sense for you to do this, but you can actually start anytime you want. I am very sure that doing this would give you a clear idea of what you're interested in, what your potential is, and what are the skills that you already have and the skills that you need to master. Not only this, even if you're not looking for a job, there are so many professionals out there that you can just reach out to and write to in the field that you're interested in. And now that everyone is free, you'd be surprised that even if you ask for little help, people will actually go out of their way to guide you. Who knows, by showing some interest, you might land up some great career advice, or even a free internship. The next and the last project that I'm going to mention is for those people who are always scared that they're not creative enough to engage in DIY projects. To all of you, I want to say that there are so many things that belong in your house that are very personal, that are souvenirs, that remind you of a very special time, and it is very important for you to cherish them. If you don't want to get involved in DIY projects, you can simply do what I do, because I'm not a creative person, and start hanging these things and collecting them in groups. For example, the sash you wore on your farewell, your scribbling shirt that can be displayed in your room, your jewelry, your medals that are lying in the corner of your cupboard, your trophies, your badges that you've collected. All these little things are very important reminders of your journey of your life. Not only will these things make your room look really good, but also in future when you become a grandparent, if climate change does not kill all of us, you would have some great props for show and tell, so that you can narrate your stories of your time to your grandchildren. So think ahead and start preserving. So these are the 9 projects that I wanted to mention. Other than this, I just want to give you one last bonus tip. There are so many jobs that others do for you, and it is very important for you to at least know how to do them properly. For example, give yourself a haircut or to one of your family members, because even if it turns out bad, no one cares, because you're actually not going anywhere. You can ask your mom to literally tell you each and everything that the maid used to do, and you can ask for an allowance and do all of it every day. Knowing Indian mothers, there are chances that you will not get paid, but at least you would get some exercise. Learn how to cook proper meals, as tomorrow there will come a day when you would have to rely on your own cooking skills, and at that time these things would come very handy. Baking and posing with muffins on Instagram is completely different, but cooking dal, roti, sabzi is a completely different thing. So learn these skills today, otherwise you would be relying on MAGGI for your nutrition in the future. I know there is a pandemic out there, and I know these are very tough times, but we have to do something to keep ourselves busy, otherwise this loneliness and this anxiety is going to eat at us. So whatever you like, start doing it today, and do let me know if you think I have missed out on any activity that you think can actually be very beneficial during this time. So that's it for today. Show some love and subscribe to my channel, as I upload content weekly. Let me know about all the new projects that you've decided to take up, and make me proud.